Yes.
Viva young people, viva!
Viva!
Viva young people, viva!
Viva!
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here this morning. Samson, thank you very much for the warm welcome. Mr. Nyamwam has left. He went for another function actually. He told me he's attending a funeral service. And thank you, Madam Peterson, for wonderful remarks that you've made to these young people. I'm happy and I'm delighted to be invited to this festival. So I want to thank the organizers, Samson and your team, for the opportunity to come and interact with the young people this morning. And I want to thank Action Aid for making this possible. Some of these young people have traveled from various parts of the country to be here, and we know that requires funding, which you have provided, and we want to thank you most sincerely for that. So, fellow Kenyans, it is an honor to stand before these young people this morning. A really honor. An honor because this festival is not just another event. It is a memorial of what good governance is. It is a rallying call to the virtues of good governance. It is a wake-up call, if you want to call it so. A rallying call to the youth of Kenya, the guardians of our future. We all know the truth. We are Kenyans and we live in this country. We know the truth. Our country is hurting, and terribly so. Civic space is rapidly shrinking. And with that, we know the resulting consequences. The government is trampling upon human rights, and the result is a widening gap between the rich and the poor. The result is that corruption refuses to die. If anything, it is being escalated. But in every challenge, as we all know, there lies an opportunity. And I'm happy with the remarks made by Peterson that we should not lose hope. We should not lose hope in spite of the challenges we find ourselves in. And you young people of Kenya, you have seized those opportunities with courage. You have marched. You have spoken. You have refused to be silenced. The world has taken notice. Your resilience has shaken the foundations of power in this country, if you didn't know. And yet, the state still acts as if your voice does not matter. Oppression laws, like the recent amendment to the Cyber Crimes Act, continue to be enacted. Abductions go unresolved and unpunished. Killings of innocent young Kenyans continues unabated. Decisions are made in darkness without public participation. And yet, some of those decisions have dire consequences on the welfare of the people of Kenya. Look at the latest move to co-own the Kenya Pipeline Company. Did you see that?
Yes, yes. Hiyo ni mpya.
Kenya Pipeline Company is not just another parastatal. It is a strategic national asset treated or being treated like private property. Who gave the leaders the authority to do that? No transparency, no debate, no public participation. This is not governance. This is impunity of the first order. Let me remind us all that the Constitution that we gave ourselves in 2010 is not a suggestion. The rule of law is not optional. These are the foundations of our dignity, our rights, and our prosperity. And you, the youth, are not passengers in this democracy. You are the engine. You're not the leaders of tomorrow. You're the leaders of today. As we move towards 2027, let me speak plainly. Please register to vote. Register as if your life depends on how you vote, because it actually does. Your vote is your shield. Your vote is your voice. Your vote is your future. Globally, elections are under threat. The Global State of Democracy report tells us that turnout is falling. Turnout in elections is falling all over. Credibility is declining. And across Africa, we feel it deeply. We mourn with our brothers and sisters in Tanzania, where lives were lost after the recent election. No Kenyan, no African should ever die so that somebody else can cling to power. We should reject that. Uganda votes in 2026. Kenya votes in 2027. We must do better than we have done in the past. We must reduce elections that feel like theater, where the script is written by those who control the security agencies. Elections must be free, transparent, fair, and verifiable. Please read my judgment of 2017 and you will see why we were saying that. Those are the constitutional dictates. If we want peace, if we want democracy, if we want development in our country, elections must be free, transparent, fair, and verifiable. You remember in 2017, got this number of votes. Tell us how you got there. You don't go and steal votes and bring them here and you tell us, okay, I won with this number of votes. And then we accept. Trust me, I speak from experience, as I've said. So what do? We have to build. And build deliberately. Build boldly. We have to build a Kenya where no young person is left behind. It doesn't matter your background. You are a Kenyan first and foremost. Entitled to the rights and the privileges that every Kenyan is entitled to under the Constitution. We have to build a Kenya where accountability is normal. Not given as a privilege or a handout. We have to build a Kenya where the rule of law, where law rules, not men. Many of you asked me to step forward and over myself as a presidential candidate. I heard you and I have offered myself. I have done it not because I know everything, but because I believe in your passion and your vision. I have offered myself because I trust that together we will come up with a governance system that works for all of us. You don't need to know somebody for you to get what you are entitled to in this country. You don't have to raise anybody's hand to get what you're entitled to. I have offered myself to work with you and all Kenyans of goodwill because this country must be rescued from the lies and the theft that will drain our future. I have spoken on a number of occasions that unless we deal with the issue of corruption, unless we deal with the issue of looting of the public resources, we're just engaging in hearing exercises. The situation will get worse. My mission, therefore, young people, is simple. Reset, restore, and repeat. Insist on leaders with integrity. And I mean really integrity. We have those leaders in the country. Some are right here with us. The only difference is that they are not given an opportunity so that they can offer good leadership. Let us take leaders who chase power only to steal from us and enrich themselves. Restore the rule of law. When you talk about the rule of law, you're talking about justice for everyone. You're talking about equality before the law. You're talking about fairness to everyone. These are not These are values enshrined in Article 10 of our Constitution. I'm not getting them out of my mind. They are enshrined in Article 10 of our Constitution. The law must apply to everyone equally. Only then will Kenya work for all of us. When you apply the law equally, is when Kenya will work for all of us. We should not have the mtu mkubwa syndrome. That so and so, because of his position, because of his ethnic affiliation, can do what he wants and get away with it. We must reject that. We must rebuild our institutions. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that. Our institutions have been captured, state captured. They're just being used by the political elite for their own good. Our institutions have been weakened by greed. They have been captured by politics and a strict of purpose. We must revive them so they can serve us and the future generations, not a privileged few. Fellow Kenyans, everything we need to succeed is largely in front of us. The Constitution of Kenya 2010 gave us a roadmap. Now we must walk it with courage, with clarity, and with unity. I have said on numerous occasions, I came out of law school in 1977. I operated under, or I had my activities under the old constitution. I have served under the new constitution since 2010. I have made decisions, many decisions, applying the provisions of the new constitution. The little I understand of it is that it is one of the best constitutions in the world. As a judge, when you are considering provisions of your constitution and you are seeking to interpret it, you read widely, you see what has happened in other countries with similar provisions. That has led me, and as it does to many judges, to read constitutions of other countries. So when I tell you that as I'm convinced that our constitution is one of the best in the world, please trust me. It's one of the best in the world. We don't need anything. We just need to implement the constitution. We just need to implement the constitution. What those in power are doing is to cherry pick the provisions that will enable them to continue stealing. Look around. Where was I? Was it this week? I was somewhere and somebody was asking why it is that like in county governments, a project is started. When the term of that government comes, the new government just stops that project and starts new ones. Your guess is as good as mine. The outgoing system has had its start from that project. So anybody coming in is not going to get anything. So you must start fresh ones. Start with the tendering process. Play around with it, so that you steal from it. What happens? The government money which has been spent in the project, which is incomplete, goes to waste. My call to young people is this: on this moment, engage, vote, and lead. The Kenya you build today is the Kenya for your children to inherit tomorrow. A Kenya of just hope and opportunity. What is going on is extremely worrying at the moment. Those in government have realized the power you wield in your hands. The numbers. How many did your mom tell us? Is it 16%?
Yeah.
The number you wield. They are threatened. They are struck. They are extremely worried that if you come together, if the young people come together, you will sweep the current administration out of power completely. So what are they doing? They are making every effort to capture him. They are saying, look, they are now the darlings of the youth. You have seen that, isn't it? You have seen that, isn't it?
Yes.
Everybody is saying, look, the youths are with me. I know you're young, and when I'm speaking, I'm not only speaking to you, I'm speaking to the entire nation. Young people, I know you are vulnerable. You have no jobs. Survival has even been made, extremely difficult. And they know it. They are the cause of it. They are the cause of your vulnerability. So what do? Dish handouts. Capture your leaders. And then tell you, come with us, we are with you. But I'm happy that you are not that stupid. You are not stupid. You just need to think. What will 10,000 shillings do to you? Perhaps a day or a month's airtime. And then think about that. My appeal to young people of Kenya today is that don't be cheated. Don't be cheated. Your vote is your power. You don't exercise it, you don't exercise the right to vote, you don't vote wisely, we remain where we are. In fact, I bet you, we will be worse off. We will be worse off. Get this government back, this administration back in power after 2027. And you will see it. Somebody asked me the other time, said everybody who comes or who seeks votes speaks flowery language like you are doing. Say, I will come and I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. As soon as you are elected to power, that's the end. You just even show to manifest happy and I'm very proud of what I own. Because of what I own is what I've struggled for. Come today and ask me to account for every piece of property I have, I will. I will. Why? Because my conviction is that you should own what you have worked for, not what you have stolen. Let me give this example. I hope I'm not taking too long. Let me give this example. When I was serving as a judge of the Court of Appeal in Kisumu, I read in the media of a case of a very poor woman who had a very sick child, and she rushed that sick child to hospital. The child required transfusion, blood transfusion badly. She was asked to pay 2,500 before she could get the one holding the key to the power bank to open it. Blood bank, sorry. In that pull and push, the poor child died. The poor child died. You want me to say that I take that kind of right, take it and pay school fees for my children? I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but it is extremely moral to do that. But the leaders of this nation, they don't care down. You read already in the media, isn't it? Money is being paid to non-existent hospitals. Money is being paid to non-existent schools. People are being invited to State House to be given what they call empowerment. I have challenged them to tell us the vote, the budgetary votes, where that money is coming from. You're being told that these people are charity. They mind your business. There's a time I was in Maraga, and what was in the media that time was that the Kirinyaga farmers, the rice farmers, could not sell their rice because the market has been flooded by imported rice. And you know, this rice has been grown with loans that those farmers have taken. You should go and find out who has imported that rice, the cheap rice. Rice which has been imported from other countries where it has been subsidized to keep the farmers in those countries afloat. Those ones in Kenya. The rice floods the market, people make billions. The farmers in Kirinyaga, you can go and harm. I want to give, and I've said this before, I want to give my promise to the Kenyans. I am 74 years old now. Actually, I will be 75 in January. I have not taken bribes. I can't start doing it now. I'm content with the leader I have. Trust me with your resources. Allow me to lead this country. I will ensure those who work with me must have zero tolerance to corruption. assure you that I will not allow my family to tender for projects, because that will be conflict of interest. I will ensure that my friends, including you, Samson, are not going to get waivers. If it is a project, if it's a tender which is being given, and you qualify, or you have the capacity to deliver, tender will be others. If you are the best tenderer, get the bid. We move on. If we deal with corruption square, the sky is the limit for this country. We are a rich country, we are not poor. There's nobody to take it. We are not poor. I have traveled on the continent fairly widely. I know the kind of economies they have. If we get our act together, Kenya is a